Hi students, today we are going to study a new chapter, that is Nervous System, chapter 2 of unit 1. So you have heard about the word nervous system, right? So it is a very important organ system of our body. So it mainly controls all the body activities and also the sense organs. I think in the previous class I have asked you to draw some sense organs. What are the sense organs? They are ears, eyes, nose, tongue and skin. So these activities are controlled by the nervous system. There are mainly three parts of the nervous system, that is brain, spinal cord and nerves. So today we are going to learn about brain. So brain actually works like a computer. It is a place where lot of information are stored. So you know that brain is in the head region. Now we learn about the structure of a brain. The brain is covered by a bone called as skull in order to protect the brain. So in between the brain and the skull there is a space, okay, and this space is filled with a fluid. And what is the function of the fluid? When some hit happens on the head, this fluid absorbs all the shock and it protects the brain from damage. So if a hit happens on the head, first it reaches the skull and then the fluid absorbs the shock and it protects the brain. Now we learn about three different parts of a brain. So we have learned that this nervous system consists of three: brain, spinal cord and nerves, and the brain is again divided into three portions. So before that the brain is covered with a bone region called as skull, and in between the brain and the skull there is a fluid called as fluid that protects it from the shock. Now the brain is divided into three portions: cerebrum, cerebellum and medulla oblongata. Okay, what is cerebrum? Cerebrum is the largest part of a brain. So this is the whole portion of a brain. So the largest part of a brain is called as a cerebrum. And also the part of the cerebrum has got grooves. Grooves mean the part of the cerebrum is folded and kept. Now, this is the place where it is known as the center of intelligence. Means all the information goes into the cerebrum regions. Whatever we memorize, whatever we think, whatever we ask reasoning, these are all coming from the cerebrum. Now this cerebrum is the one that controls the sense organs also. So these are the functions of cerebrum. Now there is a small tiny part here which is called as cerebellum. What is the function of cerebellum? It helps in the movements of muscles. Meaning while we walk, we stretch, there are a lot of muscles in our body. These move because the cerebellum is functioning, and also it helps in the balance of our body. If we are standing straight, if we can sit properly, if we can jump, these are all with the help of cerebellum. Now the third one is medulla oblongata. Medulla oblongata is seen behind the neck region. It connects the brain and the spinal cord. Okay. This is also, medulla oblongata is also called as brain stem, and it helps in activities like breathing, digestion, heartbeat and all. These are the activities which we directly don't involve. We don't take so much effort in breathing, or we don't take so much effort in digestion. These are all called as involuntary activities because we are not directly taking part in any of these activities. So medulla oblongata or brain stem helps in activities like breathing, heartbeat, digestion and all. And it also connects the brain to the spinal cord. So what are the three parts of the brain? Cerebrum, cerebellum and medulla oblongata. Cerebrum is the largest part of the brain, and it is the place where the information is stored, and it also controls the sense organ. Now the second part is cerebellum. It helps in the movements of muscles and also helps in the balance of the body. And the third and the final portion is medulla oblongata. It is also called as brain stem, and it connects the brain to the spinal cord. Okay, and it helps in activities like involuntary activities like heartbeat, digestion, etc. Thank you.